I've just been doing a lot of interviewing, and the first question I ask people is a little unorthodox. I ask, what did you think when you first walked up the front doorstep? And you get a wide spread of answers. A lot of people are put off. Hi, my name is Albie Zakes. I am TerraCycle's Director of PR, but more commonly known as our eco-revolutionary. They don't expect a company that they read about having the products sold in Home Depots and Walmarts and places like that to be in a neighborhood like this. We're in a very much industrial corner of Trenton. And I think that jumps out at people. I mean, the graffiti obviously is going to jump out at people. There aren't too many companies in the world that open their walls up to local graffiti artists. And because of that, we have probably the most colorful headquarters in the country. Except for maybe Google. I don't want to piss off the Google guys. And I think that the other impression people get is that we're young, and I don't want to say disorganized, but more all over the place, in it that there's so much going on in our office at any one time that there is no ability to organize. It's more just get it done and move to the next thing. TerraCycle culture is what I like to hope is the new face of business. We're a very, very young company. Our founder and CEO is in his 20s. Most of our major players are in their 20s, except for a few people. And so TerraCycle is a very young, hip company first, but is also a very eco-friendly and socially responsible company. And that is not only our products, but also our practices are socially responsible. The way that we hire, the type of people that we hire, the type of relationship we have with the community around us is all socially responsible, and all really helps to go towards our goal of growing a better world.
I think the way to look at eco-capitalism is really look at what came before. My name is Tom Zaki. I'm the founder and CEO of TerraCycle, and we make consumer products completely out of garbage. You had business emerge, at the Industrial Revolution, and the primary point of business, and it still is the primary point today, and that shouldn't change, is money, making cash. Now, at the very beginning, that's all people cared about, and you had like child labor and all these horrible things. So what then came is sort of modern business today, where still the point is profit. You may have better things, you have labor, unions and things like that, so you have a little bit better for society, but traditional business today doesn't care at all about the environment. They're producing waste by making their product intrinsically becomes waste. It's not a good state of affairs for the environment. So give or take 20, 30 years ago, and sort of the first major environmental movement, you had businesses like Patagonia, Seventh Generation, these amazing companies, Stonyfield Yogurt, emerge that called themselves green businesses. Now, most of them, and I'm going to generalize in a very big way, took the existing paradigm, made their products in a more eco-friendly way, which raised their costs, and in a sense, passed on a cost to their customers to become green. So what I think separates eco-capitalism from the way these early green companies came about is that the point of an eco-capitalist business is to do the best thing for society, do the best thing for the environment, which is very similar intentions as what was the first companies that emerged. However, to do so while making more money than the big competitors and, in a sense, not being able to charge premium prices for your products. Instead of your money driving the good drives the money.
I think that the keeper of the culture is Tom. When the company was very young, Tom and John were financing it only on business plan contest winning. Tom has maxed out his credit card. They're sleeping on dorm room floors, Tom and John are co-founders, and they win $1 million. It's like joyous, everything is saved. So they find out that the investors that are putting forth the money want to move the company away from its eco-friendly focus. But Tom just wasn't willing to sacrifice that. I mean, he dropped out of Princeton to start a company that was eco-capitalist, and he wasn't going to give it up for $1 million. So graffiti is a big part of our culture. One of the reasons that we first decided to bring graffiti into the TerraCycle family was because A, it fit our environment. We're in a very urban environment here, and to have a clean, I hate to use the word, but stodgy looking office building just wouldn't fit in. The fact that our factory is covered in professional graffiti murals really makes it feel like Trenton. It really represents the Trenton culture at large. And then more specifically to graffiti as an art form, it's a very underappreciated art form. It's mostly thought of as shadowy figures sneaking into train yards late at night to scratch their name on the windows. That's what people think about graffiti. But really, most graffiti nowadays is professionally done. It's done on canvases, it's done in art galleries. And so we're trying to help put graffiti forward as a positive art form. And also graffiti helps to turn broken down factories or unused walls into something beautiful. And in the same sense, TerraCycle is trying to turn waste, organic waste, garden clippings, old plastic bottles, and turn them into something beautiful, which is a eco-friendly product. And so graffiti really fits TerraCycle's ideals of making the world a better place and rethinking all of our common ideas about things like art, about things like waste. So we're actually about to start our annual graffiti jam very soon. Every year we close down the factory for a weekend and we open it up to graffiti artists all across the world. Last year we had about 50 artists from all across the country, and this year we're very lucky to have a few artists coming in from Europe. And so it's quite literally an international graffiti jam going on right here in Trenton. And basically what we do is we paint every wall of the entire factory black, and we open it up and graffiti artists paint the whole thing. And it's this really great community event because we open our gates up to the local community. We have kids from different summer programs come around, but also because it's graffiti artists working together. No one's fighting over spots. There's no arguments or anything like that. People share, people work together. Two graffiti artists that have never met before will end up doing a piece together on our walls. And so we have this original piece of artwork that has never even been thought of before it was put up on our walls. And the cool thing about that is that every year our factory gets repainted. So our factory looks different every year when you come back. And that is pretty cool, to work in a factory that is a living piece of artwork. We're very aggressive, and I think that we're very chancy. I think that we're a company that's willing to take a lot of chances. Whereas most companies want to move slowly through research and development, market analysis, test marketing. We do that, but we do it as quickly as we can. I mean, our theory is, figure out what works and run with it as fast as physically possible, and I think that we do that. The culture here demands that managers be very flexible. We have people from all different types of backgrounds, and there are all different types of jobs that come up all the time. What I do on a daily basis changes every day, and what the people that work for me do on a daily basis changes every day. And so I think that managers have to be very flexible and be willing to change directions very quickly. I know everyone by first name, from the night workers to all the people in the office. And I think that we're very closely knit. I think that that's very important because we're such a small company and people are expected to fill so many roles, and people are demanded upon their resources so much that I think because we all know each other and because we're all so close, it helps us to really bond together to overcome a lot of the challenges that you face as a startup company. The nice thing is that we do give people a lot of responsibility and entrust them with it. So for example, in my department, I'll give someone a campaign. I'll say, here's our newest product. Pitch it to every magazine that you can think of, pitch it to every TV show that you can think of. But at the same time, I keep a close eye on what they're doing, and I look over all of their press releases. So, people are given a lot of responsibility very quickly, but I think that there are a lot of checks and balances in place.
What's your name and what do you do here?
My name is Eric Poole. I do everything from running machines to capping bottles. I do just about everything around. They always value our opinions. They always tell us if something goes wrong or if we have an idea about something, always, let somebody know. So, our opinions are valued.
You have any good ideas lately?
Not yet.
Well, I actually started interning last summer, and I continued my internship through my fall semester at school, and they offered me a job right out of school, and I loved it so much because I've been here for so long already. It'd be nice to, it's nice to actually now get paid to do it.
Why do you think they hired you?
I know they were looking for a graphic designer. They didn't have one at the time. Tom had actually been doing all the graphic design, and it was kind of a perfect opportunity, kind of good timing. At this level, someone just coming right out of school would not be doing half the stuff that I'm doing. Most people who are just starting in my field would just be scanning things, and I'm designing everything that has to do with the company, the product labels, actually even this banner right behind me. So
My name is Tanya Daves, and I'm first shift supervisor. I've been here almost a year now, and I make sure that the production crew gets out the work orders that is needed. It's a fun atmosphere. It's not all stuffy where I'm sitting in the office or whatever.
Decided to work here because this was the first of 37 interviews I went on prior to this that I felt actually excited about the workplace and the job. Not only do I get to bring in a lot of publicity for this company, but I have a hand in making this company greater every day.
My name is Jim Rormer. I'm an intern at Current Moment. I've been here for about a week, and I sort of do everything under the sun, from product development in some respects to thinking up new ideas to answering customer service emails and dealing with people in general. And yeah, I guess I do a lot of stuff like that.
Why did they hire me? Good question. No, well, I applied to be the chemistry intern. I'm a chemistry major at MIT, and I think they saw in my application that I was really interested in the whole eco-friendly revolution. So, pretty much anything you could do at TerraCycle, I've done. I helped make a 2-yard by 2-yard sign out of bottle caps for Home Depot. I've arranged all different kinds of bottle brigade related questions, product related questions, and now I'm doing chemistry stuff for Dr. Bill.
Do you feel value for all the stuff you do here?
As valued as an intern can be, yeah.
Yeah, so far I've actually feel like I've been getting a lot of good feedback and a lot of experience, which I guess is my main reason for being here is experience first and foremost. And I think that it's going some pretty cool places. So I'm really enjoying what I've been learning and the people I've been meeting and the experiences I've been having. And I really like it because it really lines up with, this sort of green background that I come from. And it's, it seems to be a really solid team and group and company. So
I think that the belief here at TerraCycle is that we are making a difference. That we're not just a company that is riding the eco-friendly wave to help increase our profits. I think that everyone here truly believes that we are making a difference. I mean, that's why I come to work for TerraCycle. No one here, from the top executive to the laborers, are making that much money. And the reason that I came to work here out of college instead of going somewhere else was because I felt like I could make a difference here. And I think that people really do believe that. I think that we're really showing that, waste streams can be reversed and that business can be done in a more socially responsible way. But I think that people really believe that by actually doing it instead of just talking about it, that we actually can make a difference.